Ticker badge.
Why is it so late today?
3, 2, 1. Roll the open.
Hello and welcome to another weekend double. I'm Gerald. That's Nick. How you doing, Nick?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm great. Well, today we have another Derby prep, the Virginia Derby from Colonial Downs. It's a mile and eighth on the dirt, a 50-point Derby prep. So someone is going to be assured of a Derby spot today. None of these entries have raced on this track, so there's no home field advantage. And you probably know more about this track than I do. How's it been playing today?
I haven't watched much today, but the Thursday and Fridays, it's a 3-day meet. So it's Thursday, Friday, and today. So there's 2 races left for Colonial until the summer. And it's been speed favoring. Our friend Bookham Dano yesterday ran, I believe, half a second off the world record for a 7 furlong race. So it was a 11-horse field that scratched down to a 3-horse field. It was one of the worst races I've ever seen in my entire life. And he ran really, really fast. And the one he didn't beat by a whole lot. So the mile and an eighth has been interesting because it's a 1-turn mile and an eighth. So we'll see. I don't trust the speed. So I'm going to probably try to beat Getaway Car, who I think is the speed of the speed. But I don't know. I'm probably not even playing this race. It's probably the smart thing to do.
You might be right there, but I definitely am playing. It was originally a field of 10. We had 3 scratches. The 1 and the 2 calling card for Michael Maker is a scratch, and the 2 John Hancock, who was pointed to the Louisiana Derby more than likely for Brad Cox.
He drew in today.
And then the 10 Georgia Magic is also a scratch. But here's the rest of the field. We have 3 American Promise, 5th last time out in the Risen Star. Good early speed, not much late. Will probably challenge for the lead. That's what I'm thinking. Nick Juarez rides for D. Wayne Lucas. This one is by Justify. The 4 is Omaha. This is a Virginia bred, 3rd last time out in the Withers. He's getting better each time out, but probably not Derby ready. He will come running late. Raul Mina rides for Michael Gorman. The 5 is Studley Do Right, 5th last time out on the synthetic in the John Battaglia at Turfway Park. Should be mid-pack. I would say probably use this one in your tries and your superfecta. Xavier Perez rides. This one is by Nyquist. The 6 is Getaway Car. Currently a slight favorite. Winner last time out in the Sunland Derby. I think this is Baffert's rabbit in the Derby. Has good natural speed with some late kick. Irad's in town to ride for Bob Baffert. This one is by Curlin. The 7, Rapture, winner last time out in a maiden special weight at a mile and a 16th at Oaklawn Park. This is only his 3rd race, so he's a little green. I see him sitting just off the pace. I think if there's an upset winner, it is definitely Rapture here. Flavian's in to ride for Brad Cox. This one by Uncle Mo. The 8, Authentic Gallop, 1st last time out in allowance at Oaklawn Park. I think this is his 7th or 8th race, so he's got a lot of experience. Should be near the lead. May challenge Getaway Car for the lead, but I don't think has enough. Javier Castellano rides for Tom Amos. This one is by Authentic. And the 9, Render Judgment. 8th last time in the Risen Star. Probably near the back early. Not sure he's got enough late to catch Getaway Car, but I think Brian Hernandez might try and stay closer this time for Kenny McPeak. And that's I think his best chance is to stay a little closer early instead of from the back. This one's by Blame. And then the 10, Georgia Magic, is a scratch, as I mentioned. I just think Getaway Car has too much class here. I think the value play is to use Getaway Car on top with a longer shot underneath in second, or use Rapture in second underneath and just hump it up. What do you think?
Yeah, the only thing that bothers me here is that Getaway Car wasn't pointed to this race. Getaway Car was pointed back to Santa Anita after the Sunland Derby 4 weeks ago, and Gaming came out of this race because he spiked a fever last week, and so Baffert just said, all right, send him over there, I guess. So maybe he's not ready for this race. Maybe he's not ready to, take on this type of level, though I don't know this is much better than the Sunland Derby, for being completely honest. So I was kind of last night when we were talking about this, I was like, I like Getaway Car, and today I'm kind of on the Authentic Gallop bandwagon. I don't think I'm playing anything. If I do, it would be the money back on Twin Spires, which, because there's only 7, you have to run second, so it'll probably be a bet on. I don't know. I'm not playing this race. How about that? I think Getaway Car is the best horse, but I don't know if he's ready quite yet. So he's probably the most likely of winner, which I'm telling you a lot as he sits at 4 to 5 now.
Well, the money back special here, in my opinion, is Getaway Car. I don't see Getaway Car getting out of the top 2 spots. But that's, if you want to play it safe, I think that's probably the safest way. If you want to make a little money, I would say put Getaway on top with the 3, 5, and the 7 in any order in the Super or the Tri. So, or like I said, hump up with Getaway Car and Rapture in that order if you want an exacta. But I'm going to go Getaway Car with over 3, 5, 7 in the Super and the Tri.
Like that.
Looks like they're heading in the gate now. Let me turn up the volume on the track. Hopefully it's loud enough here.
And
If you're playing, good luck.
They brought Travis Stone in for the 3 days.
Reached the starting gate. It's post time.
So at least you got a good announcer there, unlike the normal guy, Jason Beam.
Hey, Kevin Thomas, I see your remark there. If you have a wagering account, you can always watch these on one of the wagering sites, or if your TV subscriber has FanDuel TV, you can watch it there. But we'll talk a little bit about that more after the race.
Waiting on Render Judgment and Authentic Gallop and Studley Do Right. And ladies and gentlemen, the road to the Kentucky Derby has arrived in Virginia. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Virginia Derby. Getaway Car, like a rocket out of the gate, is in front by 2 in the first few strides. Getaway Car heads over to the inside to lead the way. An American Promise comes out from the inside post to stalk the pace from second, and Render Judgment is up there too. Here comes Render Judgment, 3 wide to join the fray on the far outside. Those 3 right across the track down the backstretch run. And then it's 3 lengths back. Authentic Gallop comes out racing in 4th. Rapture toward the inside is 5th. Studley Do Right nudged along in 6th. And stretch running Omaha, the trailer in 7th. Through an opening quarter in a swift 23 seconds flat. American Promise and Getaway Car going head-to-head for the lead. They hit the far turn that way. They're still 2.5 lengths clear of Render Judgment, who backed off a bit and is back into 3rd. Rapture toward the inside is racing 4th. Authentic Gallop coming under a ride while 5th. Studley Do Right and Omaha. Round the far turn. American Promise has come on to take the lead, is wide on the track, but is in front by a length as they head for the quarter pole. Getaway Car, Irad has opened up the throttle, but he's back into 2nd as they come to the top of the stretch. Render Judgment racing 3rd, and Rapture is 4th. They're off the turn in the Virginia Derby. American Promise clear by 3 as they head for the final furlong. American Promise trying to pull the upset. Getaway Car has given way. Render Judgment, Omaha, the Virginia bred coming down the center, but American Promise has a 5-length lead, 100 yards to hold it. Now it's 6, and now it's 7. The Virginia Derby to American Promise. Render Judgment was 2nd, and it's tight for 3rd.
Son of a bah. Getaway Car's not going to get in the Derby now.
No.
Oh my gosh. I like 3 underneath. I didn't think he had enough. I don't know.
That field was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a real fast pace.
No.
And I saw this one challenging for the lead, but I was a little surprised. I thought Getaway Car would actually make a run in the stretch, but a finishing time of 1:46. Hey, that's a fast time
Yeah, it's a fast track. I
for a
wouldn't.
mile and an eighth. Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't look too much at that time.
But the
I-
mile was 1:33.
Yeah, it's that track. Like I said, Bookham Dano almost set the world record at 7 furlongs yesterday. So Bookham Dano's a fast horse. He's not that fast. So I
Yeah.
think it's a lot more to. They ran for 3 days. It's been, they're only running on the dirt. I think it's just a very fast track. I'll be interested to see what the speed figures actually come back at. American Promise has had fast figures. I mean, if you look at, I look at Timeform, and Timeform's always had him in the 108, 110, 106 the last 3 races. So he's been good, but he's been beat. He ran 6th to Speed King in the Southwest. He ran 5th to Magnitude and Chunk of Gold in the Risen Star. Like, he's not much of a racehorse, I don't believe. I mean, he's not bad by any stretch, but
Well,
it's a D. Wayne Lucas, so he's definitely going to the Derby.
yeah, and Render Judgment had a pace to run at, so that makes sense for him coming late. Wow, 23, 45 and 2.2, 108, 133 for the mile, and a finishing time of 146. I don't know. I think this speed figure might come back faster than you think. Even on a fast track, but wow,
Yeah.
American Promise in the Derby. D. Wayne Lucas does it again. I go against him somewhat to win anyway, and who knows? He'll probably win with Caldera. Who's the other horse that he has?
Caldera, yeah. I think
Yeah,
he's running
Caldera.
running in Louisiana next weekend.
Yeah, he'll probably win with Caldera, and D. Wayne Lucas will be back from the dead. But yeah, American Promise wins the Virginia Derby. He's got 50 points. Render Judgment gets 25 points. I'm not sure. I think Render Judgment might have had like 10, maybe.
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see.
He might be close to getting into the Derby. I don't think he had more than 10.
Well,
I
he
think
ran.
He
He ran third of the Gun Runner at Fairgrounds back in December, so he probably got points there. I think that's a 20-point race, so he may have had 5 beforehand. But yeah, he ran the Kentucky Jockey Club 5th, so maybe he got 8 points.
Yeah, I
in
think
that
he's
one?
got I think he had 12 points coming in.
Okay.
So he might have 37.
Put him right on
He might have 37 and a half points or 37 points. Yeah, so we'll see. But I didn't think much of this race either. I did like Getaway Car. I thought Getaway Car would be Baffert's Rabbit, but now I am totally screwed because I had some serious future money on Getaway Car, at least getting in the Derby and getting in the top 4. Now I don't know. Not after that. But we'll see. We'll see what the numbers come back. It's just too hard to tell. I don't know what to think about this track. I don't know much about Colonial Downs. You know it better than I do. It's speed favoring. You're saying that could be, but I'll be surprised to see what happens the rest of the way with Getaway Car. I wonder if they take them off the trail or if they.
knowing
Into the winner's circle
knowing
for
Baffert, it's
American
unlikely he
Promise.
would do anything else with him, right? I mean, the only other place you could logically go would be the Lexington, right? Which would be 3 weeks before. I mean, what?
But he'd have to win it.
Right.
And there's usually some really young, fresh 3-year-olds in that
Yeah.
aren't really looking towards the Derby.
Time for the race,
We'll see. I guess it depends on what the ownership wants to do, but
Who is the ownership on this one? Do you know offhand?
I don't. Nice pick
Oh.
there, Michelle. I see Michelle had the winner.
It's
American
SF
Promise.
Racing and Madaket Road and Stone Street. So they have 6 other. I think they own barns, so I don't think they're all that concerned. So I didn't want to say that Getaway Car is not making it to the Derby. He seems like a Preakness horse now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. Well, we wanted to do a quick show today. Just one Derby prep today. What do we got next week, Nick, on the calendar?
Got the Louisiana Derby, and we got the greatest horse race known to man, the Jeff Ruby.
You're from your favorite Turfway Park.
My favorite. Playing it in about 30 minutes.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Join us just about every Saturday until Derby Day, right here on YouTube. weekend double team of Nick and Gerald for both of us. Have a good night. We'll see you.